Hey guys, welcome back. December pickups video. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now this is going to be a long one. So go ahead and pause it, let the little bar down below fill up, go pop some popcorn, and then kick back and we'll trudge through this. I really didn't plan on December being a large month because, you know, Christmas and everything, but it just kind of turned into a very large pickup month. So I actually tried making this video before because I was waiting on a package to come, and you know how it always is. When you wait on it, when you're waiting on a package, it just never comes. And finally I said, screw it, I'm just going to film the video, talk about what was in the package, and then if I wanted to show it later off, I would. So I started making the video, and I got through the entire thing, and I was kind of at the end, and then the camera died when I had like a couple more things to go. So I was like, I'm going to take that as a sign that I should just wait for the package. And I did. I waited a day. The package came. So here we go. Got everything here ready to go. We're going to start showing it off. Like I said, this is going to be a long one. So we'll just start right into it with some pickups for the DS. And I finally found this in the wild. This is the Mega Man Zero collection. I missed out on these games during the Game Boy Advance era because, you know, back then I was younger. Gosh, I can't even remember when that really was. I think it was 2001 to 2005. So I was in college, you know, working a part-time job, barely having any money at all. So I kind of had to pick and choose my games back then. So I missed out on these. So I'm really happy that Capcom put this together, so I can now play them all on that huge DS XL screen. So I'm going to have to, I'm really jonesing to play this, but I want to make sure I finish Tales of Eternia first in the PSP so I don't lose my place. But I think this might be my DS portable game that I start playing as soon as I get done with the PSP. I'm going to have to look out for the ZX and ZX Advent also, see if I can find those. I might just buy those online. Usually I like waiting to find these things in the stores, and finally I just walked into, it was a GameStop down by Cincinnati. We went down to Cincinnati for a little weekend, or 2-day trip, and just walked into this GameStop and bam, there it was. So I had to pick it up. So very happy that I have that now. Next up, something I've been thinking about buying for a long time, but you know, whenever I find it in the game stores, it's always really beat up. And then online, I can't remember where, I just found an incredible deal on it, and it's in incredible condition, and that is Legacy of Ys Books 1 and 2 for the DS. Now, I've heard this is not as good as the PSP version, certainly not as good as the original TurboGrafx version, but, you know, I really love Ys, and I wanted to make sure I support anything that has the Ys name on it here in America, so hopefully someone's looking at those numbers and say, hey, that kind of sold a couple, so let's make some more. So I got this. The box is in excellent condition, which is great because the one at my local GameStop looks like it's been ran over by a truck. Listen to the CD soundtrack on here. The tracks aren't as good as the PSP version. You know, the songs are recognizable, but I still think the original TurboGrafx version is the superior soundtrack, even against the PSP version. I still like those original TurboGrafx tracks better. But definitely looking forward to giving this a shot and seeing how it's different, how it's similar. You know, I have more copies of Ys Books 1 and 2 than probably any other game series, you know, any other individual game, except for maybe Dragon Quest, one of the Dragon Quests. But definitely looking forward to giving that a shot. So, there we go. For the PSP, I got one entry for the PSP, and that's Tales of the World Radiant Mythology. I love the Tales series. Like I said, I'm currently playing Tales of Eternia on the PSP. Had to import that from Europe, but definitely enjoying it. So I saw this in my local GameStop, picked it up, and I'm looking forward to it. It kind of seems weird. I need to look more into this because I don't think it's like a traditional Tales game. It kind of looks like one on the back here. But it has, you know, characters from Tales of the Abyss in it, and I think there's some other characters in there too. But definitely looking forward to getting to that because I'm really enjoying Tales of Eternia, and I love the Tales series. So Namco, keep bringing the Tales out over here. I'm going to buy, well, Gotta keep my lips sealed on that one for a second. The solitary, not solid, all those solids in the title. The solitary PS3 title I picked up this month is Metal Gear Solid 4. Finally picked it up. So I now have all of them except for like the PSP ones because I don't know. It's not a series that I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it would appeal to me on the PSP. But on the big screen, definitely want to give it a shot. So now that I have this, staring at me off the shelf, I'm going to have to go back and finish Metal Gear Solid 3. I know I haven't finished Metal Gear Solid 3 yet. What the hell am I doing sitting here talking instead of finishing that game? But now that I have this, I have some real incentive to go back and finally finish that game. Although I think I'm going to have to start over in it because I have no idea where I left off because it's been like years since I've played it. But now I finally got this, the price was right, and I found a copy that isn't too awful beat up. Because sometimes these games at GameStop get just decimated on their shelves. But so now that I have this, looking forward to get into that eventually. So now we're going to move on to the PS2. And starting off the PS2, I got to give a big shout out to Ballin' Nick because he just did a big review of this game, and that is Dark Cloud 2. If I remember correctly, and I should have done the necessary legwork beforehand, I think Mr. RPG Crazy also talked about this in a recent like top RPGs video. But I'm definitely looking forward to this. I love Level 5. And I love cel-shaded graphics, and the gameplay, it just seems, that's all dirty on the back here. I'm going to do a better job cleaning that up. But anyway, definitely looking forward to it. I got more RPGs, to play than, it's awful when I look at these shelves and see how many games I have to get through. But I think I might get to this one sooner than later because I really want to give this a shot because I think this is going to be something different than what I am used to. But I finally picked it up. Have it on the shelf, ready to go. I don't know if I'll pick up Dark Cloud 1 or not. I heard it's not as good as this one, so I'm going to play this one, see if I like it, and then if I want to, kind of go back and play the first one, it's pretty easy to find, so I'm not worried about that. But this one was a little bit harder to find. So, got that now, ready to roll there. Keeping with the sequels, which... wow, a lot of these are sequels. Finally picked up Disgaea II, so now my Disgaea collection is finished. I have Disgaea 1 over there on the queue in line to be played here. So I'm going to be working through the Disgaea series here soon. I've played a little bit of them, but I've not finished any of the games yet. But I do really like strategy RPGs, and I've been really kind of jonesing to sink my teeth into a strategy RPG here recently, so I got that on the queue ready to go, and then once I get that one finished, I'll have this one. Because I like playing these games in sequential order, not from a storyline perspective, because most games, they don't tell a sequential story, but I like to see the progression in them, so I don't want to play like the third game, like I don't want to play Persona 3 and then go back and play Persona 1, because then I probably won't like Persona 1 as much. So I definitely want to play these in sequential order, so got it on the shelf to stare me down and say, hey, get to me soon. Keeping with the sequel theme, I guess. I got Klonoa 2, Luneda's Veil. I have Klonoa 1 for my Wii, so I was just in a local game store in Mount Vernon over the Christmas break, and the day after Christmas we kind of went out just to see if there was any sales out, and I wanted to stop in there. And I saw this in there for $3, so I said, well, yes. And it's, it was a complete copy. The disc is in great condition. So, it goes to show, especially with something I'm going to show you guys later, that just blew my mind when I found it. When you're driving through these small towns and you see, like, game stores in the small towns, make sure you stop there because, while Mount Vernon's a small town, it does have 2 major colleges there, so I can see how it gets these influx of weird games if people bring their games to college and want to get rid of them. But, you can often find some good gems in small town stores. And then the next 2 entries I'm going to show them at the same time. Shout out to Aerodynamish and Mr. RPG Crazy again, because he talked about these in another video that I watched of his, and that is Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2. you know, I often saw these in the store. I found a good price for them online, and they were brand new, you know, just mints looking. And, you know, I said, damn it, I want those. So I got them. And I'm actually going to start Digital Devil Saga 1 sooner than later. I'm playing Grandia 2 on the Dreamcast right now. And I think as soon as I finish that, I'm either going to jump into this or I'm going to finish up Atelier Rorona since I'm so close to the end. I might finish up Atelier Rorona first. But I'm definitely going to be jumping into this sooner than later because I want to give this series a shot. So I got one. I don't know if I'm going to play them back to back. I'm going to have to see how the storyline, if it's like a storyline that I feel like if I step away from it for a little while, if I'll forget it. But I might actually play them back to back, which is going to be a huge undertaking because I hear these Shin Megami Tensei games are just lengthy. So finally got these, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing those. And then the last PS2 game I got here is Virtual on Mars, which I'm a big fan of Virtual on the Sega Saturn. And I saw this at that same game store I got Klonoa 2 for like $3. So I said, I'll give it a shot. So I'm interested to see how it will play on the PS2 controller when I actually have twin sticks to control it instead of that, which the Sega Saturn controller is awesome, and I love the Sega Saturn controller, but it does not really work for this game. So definitely looking forward to seeing how this game controls on the PS2. So there we go. Christmas. The next one's a Christmas gift from my wife, which she said she was actually interested in playing, which is kind of a big deal because for her, video gaming kind of begins and ends on the N64. So when she said that she wanted to play this, it kind of surprised me, but then it didn't because we've been watching The Walking Dead and a lot of zombie movies here recently, and that is Dead Island on the 360. I haven't started this up yet because, you know, I got Skyrim going on my PS3, which I'm actually taking a break from because I'm kind of worried about this this glitching issue with the PS3. I'm kind of waiting for Bethesda to put out some patches. So I might start this here soon, but I'm definitely looking forward to this. You know, we all saw that trailer, and our jaws dropped with that trailer. It's very artistic. And then, you know, I've heard that the game doesn't really live up to the trailer in, you know, that artistic regard. It's, you know, it's a video game, obviously, and not a movie. But definitely looking forward to, you know, running around this tropical island with all these zombies and, you know, getting munched on many times probably. So got that now, and I'm looking forward to that. Although, I don't know if I can start another sandbox game here. I mean... Is it a sandbox game? Is it like Elder Scrolls and, you know, Grand Theft Auto? I think it is. And I don't know if I can do that right now, man. I don't know. But up next for the 360, we got Raiden 4, which, you know, I really enjoy it. And I'm glad I picked it up, but I don't enjoy it as much as Raiden Fighters Aces. I think it's just, there's more variety in Raiden Fighters Aces. And... don't get me wrong, this one's still a really good game, really fantastic and fun, but I prefer Raiden Fighters Aces. But if you guys see this in your local stores for cheap, I recommend picking it up if you're a shmup fan, because it's pretty fun. So, we'll just move on from that. But keeping in the shmup mindset there, we're going to go with Castle of Shinkigami III. You know, I found this in my local GameStop for $4. $4 for this, so I could not pass it up, and I haven't thrown it in yet because I've been busy with work and playing other things, but you know, for $4 you can't really say no to it, so I'm looking forward to starting it and getting my ass handed to me, as I always do in these games. I'm not very fluent in bullet hell, but I still enjoy them, so got that now, and there we go. So this next one is part of the package that I was waiting for to do this video, and Xseed on their website just had a big sale of some of their older titles, I think just to kind of clear the warehouse maybe and kind of get some quick cash in, which I'm always up to support Xseed because I really want Second Chapter. Guys, go out and buy any Xseed game you can so we can give them some money so they can finish Second Chapter of Trails in the Sky. But I picked up the Skycrawlers Innocent Aces for the Wii. It's a game I have always been interested in looking into, and it was only $10 with the sale. So I said yes, And one of the cool things is, and I love it, you know, when games do this, which Digital Devil Saga 2 also has one of these, is which when they have the reversible covers. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever take advantage of that because I don't know if I really want to bend up the insert. I know, collectors, right? But it's definitely nice to pull it out and have a little bit of extra artwork there that you wouldn't normally get. But you know, air combat game, and I looked at a lot of videos before I picked this up, and it really just kind of seemed like something I'd be interested in. I don't think I'll use the motion controls. I think I'll use my Classic Controller Pro, but I'm definitely looking forward to this too, and it might get bumped up in the play queue because I do want to give it a shot. I might just throw it in just to see what it's like, but got it now. Support Xseed. They make some great games, and they bring some really niche titles over here that we wouldn't normally get, so make sure you guys support them. Speaking of supporting Xseed, another niche title that I don't think I'd ever pick up a game like this if it wasn't put out by Xseed, and that is Fishing Resort. I know, right? Back in the Super Nintendo days, I would always make fun of Super Bass Fishing whenever I'd go to Blockbuster to rent a game. I'd be like, who would want to play a game where you fish? And then, you know, we got Ocarina of Time, and it had a little bit of fishing in it and stuff, and I never really thought that I would ever want a game that is nothing but fishing, but this has got me intrigued, because one, you know, Xseed, I don't think they'd just bring out any old fishing game over here, and two, it was done by the creator of Sonic, so there's got to be, I hear there's a lot of RPG elements, not a lot, but a little bit of RPG elements in this. So I'm looking forward to jumping into this here soon. And you know, it might just be something I throw in every now and then and just kind of relax with after a long day of work. So, you know, that's why people go fishing anyways, to relax. So I don't like really, you know, being outside on a lake. So this will do quite nicely. But picked up the big version with the controller because, you know, why not? Give Xseed a little bit more money. And hopefully they keep bringing out some good stuff. Which they will be with Grand Knight's History on the PSP. Look out for that. That'll be awesome. So, Christmas, you know, I also got surprised with something else. My wife usually tries to do something to surprise me. When I got my Wii, you know, she gave me Super Mario Galaxy first, and then when I said, "Oh, this is great, honey, but I don't have a Wii," she ran out of the room acting like she was crying, and she actually sold it really well. And then she walked back in and she goes, "Or you can play it on this," and handed me a big box, and I unwrapped it and it was a Wii. And then she also surprised me with the DS Lite one year, and she surprised me with a PSP. So, you know, gotta give it up to her. She treats me right. And this year she got me something that I wasn't actually thinking about getting. I was kind of waiting, a little bit on the fence about this. But now that I have it, I'm actually really enjoying it, and that is a 3DS. She got me the Cosmo Black, which I really like. You know, the only thing that would have been better would be the Zelda one, but hey, I'm not going to mince words. You know, I was really on the fence about this thing because I know, and especially now that I have one, I know for a fact that within a couple months here, Nintendo's going to announce a 3DS XL with a built-in dual stick and bigger screens and yada 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 blah blah blah. So that's okay. I'll just buy that silly adapter that has the extra control stick, because I hear it's supposed to be comfortable anyway, and we'll just do it that way. Because actually, now that I've seen the 3D screen, it's actually a pretty decent size, so, you know, while bigger screen is always nicer, you know, I can live with the screen that's on this one. But I'm really surprised at the functionality of this, because I've only played it in GameStops, and I'd always, you know, it'd always be Star Fox 64, which I was always kind of leery about, because I was like, I already own Star Fox. Come on, Nintendo, bring out something new. And, you know, I'd play it, and I'd be like, oh, that's fun, but it's kind of gimmicky. But now that I have it, I actually really like it, and the game that I got for it really kind of helps sell it for me. But, you know, I tried to get online with my PSP here recently, and I kept running into problems with it. This thing just gets right online, and I think that they redesigned the wireless adapter or whatever it uses, the Wi-Fi, because my DS XL hates my router here. Like, it won't connect to it at all, but this one will. So I'm glad that they redesigned it, or repurposed it or something. But I really like the slide pad, or the slide pad. It actually controls really well. So if you guys haven't got a 3DS yet, the library's still a little weak. Like, I only have one game for it, and because, like Zelda and Star Fox, I'm just going to wait till they get cheap, because Zelda doesn't need any help. I already have Ocarina of Time. Star Fox, I'm actually kind of feeling like I should buy new, so hopefully Nintendo will be like, hey, let's make a new Star Fox game. But if you guys have been on the fence about it, like I was, pick one up. They're pretty good, and as far as I know, Nintendo hasn't said anything about a new version of it, but it's coming, so I guess weigh your options there. But the game I did pick up for the 3DS was Cave Story 3D. Now, this is a fantastic game. Oh my god. If I would have got this sooner, when I made my top games of 2011 video, I would have expanded it to a top 10, and this would have definitely been on it, because I love Metroidvania style games, and this is just amazing. Even with the 3D, I love the 3D graphics, because it makes you feel like you're playing in like a child's diorama, how things move around. It's funny how, I'm not a big supporter of 3D. Like in movies, I think it's completely worthless. But in this, dropping things. But in this, it did make me feel like a little child going, ooh, So if you guys have a 3DS out there, I definitely recommend buying Cave Story 3D, because I really enjoy it, and I'm actually thinking about doing a game discussion video on it. I'm not sure yet, because I'm not very far in it, and I'm trying to focus on Tales of Eternia, so I might be taking a break from playing it and then jump into this. But definitely look into this, guys. Fantastic. And it's from NIS America. I don't know if it's out in Europe, but support NIS. They bring out some interesting games too. So continuing with that Xseed sale that I took advantage of, I picked up a Team ElToggo shirt of E7, and on the back you got the Falcom, the Xseed and the Ease logo. So I'm definitely looking forward to wearing this around and showing off my support for Ease. I bought a medium, and it fits snugly now, so I'm going to have to be very careful on how I wash this so I don't shrink it, or otherwise it's going to be skin tight. But figured I'd pick up an Ease t-shirt. I don't have very many video game t-shirts, so I need to start getting more. So, also, for ordering this stuff, Xseed threw in a little bonus, and they gave me the bromide cards from the Silver Star Harmony Deluxe Edition, which I already have, but I'm pretty sure I opened those ones up that came in that edition, so now I have a sealed one that I can put in there and have the bromides sealed. So if I ever, which I don't think I ever will, if I ever part with it, I'll have a sealed bromides to kind of bring up the value a little bit. But definitely a nice bonus, and Xseed, they know how to take care of us, so definitely support them. And then got a couple more things here, then we're going to call this one quits. Nothing exciting, but I did pick up at that same game store, I did pick up a game guide for Batten Kaitos, which is on my game queue to play here eventually. So I have this ready to go because I saw this in there and it was only a couple bucks, so I figured why not. Plus, I'm not very good at games where you have to use decks of cards in your attacks, like Chain of Memories for Kingdom Hearts. I didn't really like it, so I really want to give these ones a shot, and I figured I better have a game guide to help get me through it, just in case. So, got that ready to go. And then finally, at the same game store, this little small town game store, in Ohio, of all places, I found something that I don't know if it's rare or not. Usually these things, these working designs things, are rare, but I don't know if this particular item is rare or not. But it still kind of made my jaw drop when I found it, and that is a pretty pristine copy of Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete Strategy Guide. And this thing was a steal and a half. I found it for $10, which the original price was $20, but, I'm surprised it wasn't more because, with this working design stuff, it really just goes up in value. And this thing, I'm thinking about doing just a separate video on this thing on its own, right? Just point the camera at the pages and just kind of flip through the pages. Because this thing is so much more than just a strategy guide. It has interviews with working designs and game arts people. It has all of this, like, all the anime scenes are in the game. It has, like, the script for them. In the end, it has, like, all these stickers and things for it. I mean, Xseed. Working Designs really knew how to put something together for the fans of these games, and I love Eternal Blue. I know a lot of people give it some flack because it wasn't as good as Silver Star Harmony, but I really enjoyed the tale of Hiro and Lucia. I thought it was just a fantastic story. So I'm thinking about doing a video. I'm not going to show anything on the inside because I'm probably going to do a video on this all on its own. I'm so happy to have this, even though I've beat the game. You know, I'm pleased as punch to have this, and it makes me want to go online and look for the strategy guide for Silver Star Story, because I'm assuming that one is pretty expensive. So, all of you Lunar and Working Designs people out there, let me know if this thing is actually pretty rare, or if there's, you know, a way to tell if it's an older one or a reprint. I mean, it's not a reprint, but, you know, if there's, you know how these things go. There's always different grades of value to them. So let me know if this is actually worth anything or not, because I know a lot of people get, you know, crazy about this Working Design stuff. So, I mean, it even has something in here about the making of the puppets, like the galleon puppet. It even has a little, like, some pictures and talking about how they put them together and things. Like, why would they put that in a strategy guide? I don't know, but it's awesome. So, I don't know when I'll do a video for this on its own, but definitely look out for that, because I want to show this to you guys if you guys haven't seen this, because it is a really cool piece of, you know, not only a strategy guide, but just a collector's piece. Really cool piece. So, that was my December's pickups. Of course, I picked up some movies and stuff, but I really haven't started talking about movies on this channel quite yet. So, I didn't really want to bring those into it, but one of the cool things I did find, and I'm not going to belabor the point here. I'm a big fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000, and I was really upset when it, you know, got canceled by Sci-Fi. But they kind of continued on. The group splintered and continued on several different things. And of course, you guys, if you're fans, you know about Rift Tracks. But I don't know if you guys know about the Film Crew. They made these 4 little DVDs real quick for Shout Factory. It's Mike Nelson, Bill Corbett, and Kevin Murphy. And you know, they don't sit in front of the screen anymore like they did Mystery Science Theater. It's just a straight commentary track. But these are hilarious, and I'm so glad I found these. Just at an overstock store, and I picked them all up, and fantastic stuff. So if you guys love Mystery Science Theater 3000, definitely look out for the Film Crew DVDs, because there's only 4 of them, but they're definitely something to, you know, if you love that kind of thing where they make fun of old movies, definitely pick them up. But that's it for December. I know I said something in an earlier video about thinking about getting Uncharted for Christmas. It ended up being Mission Impossible, the Blu-ray box set, which I'm fine with that. I love Mission Impossible movies. So January's coming up. I'll probably pick up the Uncharted's in January. So that'll be part of the January pickups collection. Upcoming videos, I just finished Wild Arms a couple days ago, and I've been trying to make a video talking about it, but every time I do, I kind of just lose the plot and start mumbling, and, you know. So eventually I'm planning on doing a discussion for Wild Arms, because I think it is an interesting little quirky RPG. I know a lot of people out there consider it to be a really fantastic one. I think it's very good too. I think if I played it when it came out, I would definitely think it was one of the best of all time. But now, as I'm an older gamer, I kind of have some issues with it, but still very enjoyable. Like I said, I'll do a video for the Lunar book, and other than that, we'll just take it as we go. So, you know, just keep on watching. And, yep, that's it for right now. So, I'll put up another video here soon, and until then, thanks for watching, and take care.